and welcome to your reading for October the 30th through November the 5th. And what an incredible week we're going to have astrologically as well as the cards. So this is a general reading, Cancer. If you would like a personal, more focused reading, you will find that information in the description box below, and I highly suggest you get a private reading. Even if it's not with me, just get one. It's really good for you. So, putting that aside, this is also for your sun, moon, and rising. So if you know your moon and rising, I will have links to the other videos also below, and that'll give you a fuller picture of what's going on with you. And, oh my God, I'm so sorry. It is raining, torrential rain, and there's howling winds here. Oh, it's very apropos for coming up for Halloween, where the veil between the worlds are very thin. Ooh. Oh my God, I've got to stop that. Anyway, so where was I? Sun, Moon and Rising, those links will be below. Please follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and those links will be below also. Thank you so much for the love last week. I really appreciate it. It's so wonderful. Now, I'm just going to remind you to please give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and comment and give me feedback. I love that, and I always respond to feedback and comments. And share this video if you feel inspired, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Now, with all that out the way, let's go to your cards. And the first card we have is the Four of Swords. This is very me. Okay, so this is reminding you to get enough rest and enough sleep. This is like, darling, you are not getting enough rest and enough sleep. And I do that. I tend to work and then I fall asleep on the couch as I'm working. Then I wake up and I take the dog out. And anyway, you don't want to hear about me, blah, blah, blah. But this is reminding you that you've got to get enough rest. And, you know, this is also reminding you the way to get rest and recharge is to meditate. You know, it's such a wonderful thing to go inside and meditate, right? So I feel that you've been working very hard, Cancer, you know, and if not, you know, physically, like, you know, really doing things, you've been just working really hard at trying to get ahead. And you've got the King of Pentacles here, right? So the King of Pentacles, look, he's this incredible, hard-working guy. He's always got his hands in the soil. He's always creating something. He's always on the go, right? He's a hard worker, but he loves luxury, right? He likes to surround himself with luxury. He's coming up, it's saying abundance, but abundance through hard work. So keep on going. This is like a perseverance card. You've got to keep doing, you're doing the right thing, Cancer, and you will get paid. You have to know that. Money is coming, honey. So just keep going. You know, it's like, you know, methodically, just keep going, doing the same old stuff, and it will pay off. You know, sometimes people get a little disheartened in a way. And darling, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Fabulous. That's also, look, I have a feeling you're going to get some money this week. You're going to get paid. Hey, we love that. This is about money coming in. This is about, listen, we have this huge super full moon in Taurus coming up on the 4th, depending on where you are in the world, but it's the 4th right here. And this is an incredibly manifesting energy. Now it's opposing the sun in Scorpio, right? But Neptune in Pisces is trining the sun in Scorpio and sextiles the moon in Taurus. This is a beautiful, harmonious energy. This is amazing. This is so important for us to focus on what's working. Focus on creating. You know, this is creative. When you are being creative, you are connected to source energy. And look, this is what I'm getting. I'm getting the High Priestess. You've got to go inside meditation. This is meditate. Look, it's right under this card too. So I think that you've got to, you know, it's so funny because I was just, I probably said this in another video, but you know, I meditate all the time because I do these cards, right? And I meditate before I practice hypnosis on someone, and I also meditate when I do Reiki on people. So I feel like I meditate all the time, right? But there's always an intention with that meditation. So I've started my practice again of meditating every morning, and a lot has come up for me. And one of the things that came up for me was, you know, my mind was it's been very difficult to kind of focus and quieten it. It's been a battle. And what I realized, I got this epiphany, and I realized that I started meditating, I was going off on everybody's stories. I was off on this person's stories, I was into their stories, into that. And what I realized, and I got this it was like the light bulb went off. I thought, gosh, this is going on in my mind, even when I'm unaware of it, right? It's in the background, all this busyness. So it's really important to rein that in, quieten it, because listen, thoughts are electric, right? And they spark emotions, right? They spark feelings. They're the spark plugs for feelings. So, and the universe is going to mirror, look, thoughts are electric, feelings are magnetic, right? So when you have these emotions and you're feeling, you know, the universe mirrors your feelings, right? That's the magnetic part of it. So all this stuff going on in my head is very confusing. No wonder. It's like the universe must be very confused. Confucius say. So I say all that to say, when we quieten our mind, we can focus and we can really have our intention in line, right? And we can get things done, and we can be in the moment, and we can have these wonderful feelings because we can reach for a better feeling thought, as Abraham Hicks, right? Abraham, the law of attraction, and Abraham channels that. They always say, Esther Hicks, she always says, reach for a better feeling thought. And so how can I do that if I'm reaching for all kinds of thoughts and it's all over the place? So it's so important to meditate. So we have the priestess, right? The high priestess. She's come up. Now she's got all this knowledge. She is, you know, she's got all these ancient texts and all these spells and all this magic. And she doesn't give this away easily. When she comes up, this is saying that, look, go inside, tap into this. It's available right now. It's like it's on sale this week. Go in the store, go inside, connect with source energy, because then you will tap into the high priestess. You'll have all this knowledge, you'll have all this intuition and all this. And you know, this week, as we say, you know, it's Samhain, that's the original Halloween celebration. That's where it comes from. So it's, you know, it's where the veils between the worlds are very thin. It's time we can tap into that energy and tap into that knowledge, right? And come out, it's meditate. That's what I'm going to say to you guys. Meditate. Oh wow. Then we have the sun. And the sun is shining on you, Cancer. This is wonderful. Particularly at this time. Yes, you're definitely getting paid. Oh, you've got the Ace of Chalices. Beautiful new emotional beginning. You can either meet someone, and it can be like the start of, like, you fancy someone, they fancy you. It could be like a new relationship coming up. That's kind of cool. Or it could be a renewal of a relationship that you're already in. This is like new energy. It's beautiful. It's that connection. It's a deep connection. And listen, Scorpio's about connection. And I have to say, look, also we have the Strength card, right? The Strength card is number 11. 11's coming up a lot for Cancers. Oh, that's my dog sneezing. Sorry about that. Bless you, Sparky. So the Strength cards come up, and this is so apropos for what's going on astrologically, because look, the sun in Scorpio. Scorpio is about sexual energy. It's about light and dark, and let me tell you, darling, we all have shadow sides. And we need to acknowledge that. And we're being asked, look, the strength card is about, this is about self-discipline, right? This is about disciplining yourself. And this is about being able to stay in the moment, even when you want to like pounce and react with someone, right? So this energy that we're in is about, look, we all have a dark side. We want to pounce and we want to smash people sometimes. I'm not saying we do it, but sometimes we have that urge to do it, right? So sometimes we'll do that. But let me talk I do that verbally sometimes. The wrath of Mary, be careful. It's my dark side. So we all have a shadow side, right? And when we are being asked at this time to embrace ourselves, the good, the bad, and the ugly, darling. We have to love ourselves, light and dark. You know, it's about the yin and yang. It's about, you know, we wouldn't know light if we didn't have dark. We don't know elation if we didn't have, you know, depression. We wouldn't be happy if we weren't sad. We would, you know, you have to, there's a balance, there's an energy balance. So they work with each other at times. So this is interesting, right? So you've got this wonderful woman and she's got a hand in the lion's mouth, right? And now the lion's nature is to bite that hand off, right? So he is controlling himself in order to have this wonderful kind of moment, to be in the moment with this beautiful woman and have this connection, right? If he reacted with his nature, he would lose that moment and not be able to have it. So this is saying, look, your strength is in self-discipline. Right? Respond, do not react. Don't let people, you know, push your buttons. The only way that you can be in this place of self-control really is when when you go inside and you can quieten the noise in your head, right? And come from a really, I want to say balanced place, but a really grounded place, a really calm place. So your strength is in kindness and compassion and self-control, and also kindness and compassion with yourself, right? You also you can have self-discipline. Don't deny the fact that you have a shadow side, because we all have shadow sides. So it's important to acknowledge that shadow side and know that that is a part of you. You know, it is. You don't have to let it come out and take over. You know, it can come out and play occasionally, you know, but it's all about self-control. It's about, you know, it's about being creative with that shadow side. So this is a very, very important time for us to really love ourselves wholly and fully. And every aspect, to not be in denial. And we have to look at our part in things and see, because when we're humble and we're self-aware and we are open to growing and you know, sometimes growth is painful, but it's a lot more painful to be in denial, because you know, we push people away from us when we're like this. Look, this lion would have pushed that woman away from him if he'd have like bit off her hand, right? She'd have gone running and screaming. So the thing is have some self-control, but also be really kind to yourself. Don't forget, meditate, go inside, connect with that wonderful source energy, which is part of you. You are that source energy. You are that wonderful light that's burning inside of you. So connect with it. You know, it's a beautiful cleansing experience, and it's just inspirational. And this is really a wonderful time for you, Cancer. Things are really happening. Really beautiful, beautiful reading for you. Thank you so much for tuning in, Cancer. I wish you a wonderful, magnificent, manifesting week. I love you all. Mwah. See you next week. For a personal reading, please email Mary at liveinthesolution.com.